We'll be doing the coin toss shortly here. We have a special guest here.
Hey gentlemen, can I have you scoot down a little bit? Just the camera for the scoreboard. Sorry to bother you. Whoa. Actually, can you sit? Maybe you can sit there. I'll get a second table. There's power here. Come on, Dan. Don't be like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Canyon captains for tonight's game, number 12, Christian Lesberg, number 23, Sean Edmondson, number 53, Richard Blanchard, and number 21, Troy Mills. And tonight's honorary captains are Dylan and Colin Keefe. Dylan is a 2017 graduate of Modena, is currently a senior at Chapman University. He is a top-rated linebacker in Division III, and was a first-team All-American and SCIAC Defensive Player of the Year in 2019. His Almadena jersey is retired in the new football weight room. He is joined by his younger brother Colin, Almadena class of 2019. Colin also plays for Chapman as a defensive back. He was a CIF Division VII Defensive Player of the Year and a CIF champion. Both brothers are winners of the annual Jim Timbo Hardest Hitter Award here at Almadena, along with Grandpa Keefe joining them. So please welcome Dylan and Colin Keefe with our regular captains, number 5, Owen Smith, number 2, David Vasquez, number 8, Jack Keys, and number 72, Dylan Connor. Also joining us tonight to conduct the coin toss and to honor Coach Mitchell for previously being named as the Los Angeles Charger Coach of the Week, please welcome Charger linebacker in 2020 first round draft pick number 9, Kenneth Murray.
Chargers Coach of the Week 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Mitchell. Yeah. Not in privy. You might want to look it up.
Okay.
It's on our social somewhere.
What's that? Yeah, they
field, your El Medina Vanguard.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fred Kelly Stadium here in Orange, California, where tonight we present high school football, presented by the Orange Unified School District. El Medina hosting Canyon High School tonight in a game that is a non-league game. It's a Century crossover game for these two squads, but a good test for both of them, as we've got a clash of styles here tonight. Canyon with the aerial attack offensively, and smash mouth football for El Medina. We'll see which one prevails this evening. It's also homecoming for the Vanguards, so all you Vanguard alumni, plenty in the stands here tonight, welcome home. And for those who could not make it here tonight, we hope that you had the chance to enjoy this one virtually here on the live stream. A pleasure to have you alongside us tonight. My name is Nathan Percy, and again, a beautiful night here in Orange, California, and a good setting for these two teams here tonight. El Medina in their home maroon uniforms with the white helmets tonight, under the head coaching of Matt Mitchell in his 6th season with the Vanguards tonight. And Canyon in their road white uniforms with the black helmets. They are being coached tonight by Eric Yost, the offensive coordinator, as their head coach Josh Waybright is out with a medical issue. We certainly wish him the best and hope for a quick recovery and that he can get back to his team very, very soon. Canyon is 1-3 heading into the contest tonight. El Medina comes in at 3-1. El Medina was here last week against Aliso Niguel, took a 20-15 victory to improve to 3-1. Canyon on the road 2 weeks ago was their last game. The Comanches fell to Pacifica in a shootout by a final of 54-49. This team certainly has improved offensively with the reinsertion of Christian Lunsberg at quarterback. He missed the first 2 weeks with an injury. They said they didn't want to rush him back, and they're seeing the fruits of that decision, that patience paying off with his stellar play over the last 2 weeks. 13 touchdown passes for Lunsberg, and an offense that has not had a game this season in which they've attempted less than 40 passes. However, it'll be El Medina getting the ball first here tonight. Back deep to receive this kick will be Blake Armstrong and Jackson Alvarado. Alvarado on the left-hand side of the bottom of your screen. Armstrong to the top. Ready to boot this one away here for the Comanches is Kayvon Monferred. Monferred getting it teed up, a late entry into the special teams unit here for the Comanches, just getting underway on a brilliant Friday night here in Orange County. Beautiful orange skies, although that is haze from some of the wildfires occurring north of us here. Thankfully hasn't affected the air quality down here in Orange County too much. As we are just about set for kickoff here, Game 5 for both of these teams. They are well known to each other. They do play for 2 different leagues this year, but in the same conference, the Century Conference, 8 teams. El Medina in the higher Crestview League, Canyon in the lower North Hills League this season. Monferred ready to go. Here comes the kick. And this one will head down the middle. It looks like Armstrong will pick it up at the 6-yard line. Following the blockers up the middle. He's past the 20, past the 25, and a pile dragging him down at about the 35-yard line. That's where the Vanguards will get started here tonight. That offense led by quarterback Jack Keys. Also a good rusher as well. We'll see a lot of running here for the Vanguards. Matt Mitchell before the game saying clock management, an early good start. The keys for his offense and his team here tonight. Jack Keys will have Owen Smith and Jackson Alvarado in the backfield. Sam Astor, Blake Armstrong, Troy Parker, the wide receivers. Mason Hitchens, the tight end. And after this first play, we'll introduce the offensive line. Pistol formation for Jack Keys to get things going. The deep setback is Owen Smith. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. It's a handoff up the middle. Smith bouncing to the left-hand side. Stiff arms 2, almost 3 tacklers before he's brought down at the 34-yard line. On the tackle there for the Comanches was Troy Mills, the outside linebacker. That'll be a no gain back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Again, this is an offense that likes to keep the ball on the ground. They will play smash mouth football. Owen Smith in the shotgun formation now. Keys the quarterback. Smith to his right. In motion is Sam Astor. Keys back to pass on the run. Astor, the man receiving on the right-hand side. He's got some room. Stretches out, tries to get that first down marker, and it looks like he did so. Gain of 10 on the play as he's pushed out of bounds. Make it a little short of the first down marker, my mistake. Make it a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Offensive line for the Vanguards tonight from left to right: Dylan Connor, Dylan Gonzalez, Dylan Connor, Roman Lira, the left guard, Anthony Lopez, Michael Anaya, and Elijah Jaquette. They'll be the ones trying to open up the holes for Owen Smith here tonight. 3rd and 1 after the 9-yard pass from Jack Keys to Astor. A lot of guys in the backfield here. It's Smith once again getting the carry. Bowls his way through one tackler. 1st down yardage past the 45 and up to the 47. Give it a gain of 5 there as they put it at the 48-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Vanguards. El Modena off to a good start here, just underway here in Orange, California. A little more than 1 minute expired here in the first quarter. Pistol formation for the Vanguards. In a moment, we'll introduce the Canyon defense. Astor in motion once again, and looked like early movement on the right side of the line. That's going to be Elijah Chiquette, who's called for the false start, and that will back up the Vanguards 5 yards. Defensive starters for the Comanches tonight: Joseph Mitchell, Michael O'Keefe, Roman Cutts, and Noah Eckenrode on the defensive line. Troy Mills, Luke Oliva, and Sean Artist, your linebackers tonight. And in the secondary, Kyle Kraus, Fox Haugen, Ethan Pham, and Sean Edmiston.
1st down and 15.
Some of those guys will be playing offense as well. We'll see them on the Comanches' first possession as El Modena gets set to go 1st and 15 from the 43-yard line. Pistol formation, low snap, handled. Give it to Owen Smith, but he's bowled over in the backfield. Looked like Luke Oliva, the middle linebacker, getting there first. And that will back up the Vanguards a little further. Looks like a loss of 4 back to the 39-yard line. So El Modena with some work to do here if they want to keep the drive alive. False start penalty, and now a loss of 4 puts them at 2nd and 19. Their own 39-yard line, and now some early movement again. This time it might be the Comanches who are jumping offside early. So Leva was ready to go once again, and this will help bring the ball back up 5 yards, more than likely back to the 44-yard line. Just a quick reassurance from the sideline judge here that he had the call right, and they are moving the ball back to the 44-yard line. No score between Canyon and El Modena. First possession for the Vanguards here tonight as Jack Keys tries to lead the offense down the field. This team was down 15 to 14 against Elisa Niguel in the 4th quarter last week. When Keys led the offense to a game-winning touchdown late in the 4th quarter, again, they would win that game 20-15. Jack Keys gets the call from his coach. He will switch things up here at the line of scrimmage. 4 wide receiver set here for the Vanguards. Pistol formation. Now make it a shotgun formation with Owen Smith to Keys' left-hand side. 2 receivers on either side. Keys back to pass, looking right. He's got Astor trying to jump the route. That one looked like it hit the turf before it got into the arms of Sean Edmiston. And that will bring up a 3rd down at about 14.
Defending on that play, the Comanches.
Good cut there by Edmiston, trying to get in front of Astor, the intended target. And Jack Keys so far on this drive, 1 for 2 for 9 yards. Astor will be split wide to the left. He leads this receiving core in yards and touchdowns this season. Next to him on the bottom of your screen is the tight end Mason Hitchens. Shotgun formation for Keys, man in motion. From right to left is Armstrong. Back to pass, looking up the middle. That's his running back, Smith. He's got open space at the 45, crosses midfield, and across the 40-yard line of the Comanches. He's down to the 39. 17 yards.
That reception is good enough for El Modena. 1st down.
From Keys to Keys to Smith on that play. And El Modena now in Canyon territory. So they went from 2nd and 19, thanks to the penalty helping them out a little bit. And Owen Smith gets it down to, the 38-yard line. Make it an 18-yard gain as Keys is all alone in the backfield here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Looking up the middle, now to the left-hand side, pump fakes, and now he's going to tuck it and run to the right-hand side. Chasing him down and getting him just beyond the line of scrimmage.
Keys on the quarterback keeper.
Looked to be Joseph Mitchell, the defensive end. But Keys does make something out of that. He gets up to the 35-yard line, a gain of 3 on what looked like trouble for the signal caller behind the line of scrimmage. Ends up getting positive yardage. Owen Smith still the running back in the backfield here. 2 wide receivers, make it 2 wide receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Pistol formation set. Already taken up quite a bit of time here on this opening drive, which was one of the keys for head coach Matt Mitchell. Here's a handoff to Smith, tries the right-hand side. Luke Oliva on the tackle along with Joseph Mitchell. A couple of yards on that gain up to the 33-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
2 yards on that play. 3rd down and 5.
Crucial play on the opening drive coming up here. Again, Keys, nobody in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Owen Smith, one of those receivers. The running back is on the right-hand side to the top of your screen in the slot. Sam Astor is at the bottom of your screen, split wide to the left. Keep an eye on him. He will be Keys' favorite target tonight. He's already got a couple of receptions as Keys steps back to pass. Quick pressure from Luke Oliva, and he brings him down for the sack all the way back at the 44-yard line. Nearly unblocked was Oliva as he came through, and that will put an end to El Medina's first drive of the ball game as they spot the ball here at the 41-yard line. The loss of about 8 yards there for Keys on the ground. And that'll bring on Armstrong to punt this one away. For the Comanches, back deep to receive is Thomas Cabral, their starting running back. And a good stop there for Canyon. Here comes the kick. Good one here as it travels past the punt returner and into the end zone for a touchback. So El Medina gets some yards on the opening drive, but Canyon puts a stop to that thanks to a big sack by Luke Oliva. And the Comanches will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 6:40 remaining here in the first quarter. This is high school football presented by the Orange Unified School District. As once again the Vanguards celebrate homecoming here tonight. El Medina trying to win in front of its home crowd. The Comanches looking to spoil that here and get closer to 500 on the record as the offense heads out. Led by quarterback Christian Lunsberg. 6'4" signal caller ready to go. He has Thomas Cabral with him in the backfield. 4 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. We'll see a lot of aerial attack here from the Comanches tonight. And he completes his first throw of the ball game to the right-hand side. Making that catch is Darren Welker as he's pushed out of bounds for a gain of about 5 yards. Chaffin, the one pushing him out of bounds, but a good start there for Lundberg through the air. Bring up a 2nd down and 5. Wide receivers for the Comanches include Fox Haugen, Darren Welker, Sean Edmiston, and Brady Von Sprecken. Lunsberg will run this one up the middle after getting into some quick pressure there, and he gets up about 3 yards, make it 2 yards, pardon me, up to the 27, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Offensive line, Richard Blanchard, Hayden Prochnow, Armando Madrano, the center, Darren Bernard, and Matthew Carrillo from left to right for the Comanches tonight. Lunsberg back to pass on 3rd and 3. Feels the pressure again, starts to run. Out to the right-hand side, stiff arms one tackler still on his feet. Good yardage there as he gets up to the 35-yard line. A late flag comes in, however, and we'll see where this one goes. If it stands, it's a 1st down and an 8-yard gain on the ground for Christian Lunsberg. This will be a holding call against the Comanches, however, and this one's going to come back. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. It's a spot foul. Should put the ball back on the 21-yard line. Now a big 3rd down play coming up here for the Comanches. Halfway through the first quarter here at Fred Kelly Stadium. Again, the Vanguards chewed through about half of the first quarter on their first drive, but came away empty-handed. Get to the Vanguards defense in just a moment. Zach Brem, Esteban Schuker, Alejandro Calderon, and Andres Gomez on the defensive line. for the Vanguards. Big third down coming up here for the Comanches. Ball was spotted at the 16-yard line. Here's a deep pass down the right-hand side. It's picked off. David Vasquez coming up with the interception. He had the space against the receiver. The intended target for the Comanches appeared to be Kyle Kraus. There is a flag on the play, and it will be a sideline warning here against El Modena. So no movement to the football on that one. However, I believe if they are warned again, they will be penalized with yardage. But Lunsberg picked off his second pass attempt of the night. David Vasquez coming up with the interception, and the Vanguards take over in Canyon territory. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Jack Keys back out here for the Vanguards. Canyon defense now having to come up with another big stop here. Pistol formation, Astor in motion, goes behind the running back, and Keys will keep it himself after faking the give to Smith. Has some room to the right-hand side, up past the 40, and down to the 37-yard line before he's caught. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 3. Haugen on the stop there for the Comanches. And a manageable 2nd down here coming up for El Modena. Already Keys has taken off and run twice tonight. He also has a sack of 8 yards, so after that gain, he's got a net 2 yards on the ground so far tonight. 2nd down and 3. Keys rolling out to his left, looking for a receiver. Feels the pressure, gets past one tackler, nice block, hit as he throws, and this one is out of bounds, incomplete. That was the outside linebacker, Troy Mills, getting his hands on Jack Keys as he tossed that one away. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Keys so far in his first 2 drives early on, 2 for 4 for 26 yards through the air. And El Modena will switch up the personnel here. Alejandro Calderon coming on, providing a little bit more muscle in the backfield here for El Modena.
3rd down and 3.
As is Xander Chaffin. Owen Smith, the deep setback. There is a wide receiver to the right-hand side. Bunch formation here for El Modena. Under center is Keys. Man in motion is Chaffin. And Keys will hand it off to Smith. Tries right tackle, met just beyond the line of scrimmage, and bowls his way forward beyond the 1st down marker for a 4-yard gain. It's Joseph Mitchell, the defensive end, making the tackle there. And the Vanguards will keep the drive alive after that play. 1st and 10 from the Comanches 34. El Modena's been in 3 one-score games this season. They're 2-1 in those contests. The one blowout, a 36-0 victory over Segerstrom 2 weeks ago. Again, they keep with that bunch formation. Keys under center. Receiver out to the right-hand side is Astor. This one a toss to the left-hand side to Smith. Smith finds blocking, has a seam up the middle, busts it to the outside, beyond the 10, and out of bounds, just beyond the 10-yard line to the 9. And that was Haugen, who was able to get to him at the 9-yard line, keeping it from being a touchdown there for the Vanguards, but a big gain from the 34 to the 7, 27 yards on the ground there. And the Vanguards now set up 1st and goal, make it from the 10-yard line. That rush gives Smith 33 early yards on the ground here for El Modena.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Vanguard's team is going to have to contend with a tough Crestview League. We saw Foothill last night against Orange. The Knights defense looking exceptional in that ball game. As this one is a toss to the right from the 10-yard line. It's Owen Smith looking for some blocking, trying to get to the corner, and he's tripped up at about the 6-yard line. Gain of about 3 as they mark it down at the 7. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and goal. El Modena
2nd and goal from the 7.
Trying to punch this one in for the game's first points here as Jack Keys awaits the signal from his coaching staff on the sidelines. Canyon trying to keep this to 3 points at least. 2nd and goal. Owen Smith, the deep set back once again. They hand it off up the gut. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage, pushes forward inside the 5-yard line. And he's marked down at the 3 for a 4-yard gain. And El Modena ever closer to the goal line here. It'll be 3rd down and goal coming up. Again, that offensive line for El Modena tonight. Dylan Connor, the left tackle. Roman Lira, the left guard. The center, Anthony Lopez. Michael Anaya, the right guard. And the right tackle, Elijah Chiquette. Trying to open up those holes here for Owen Smith. They keep Chaffin and Calderon as the fullbacks here in this set. Owen Smith, the deep setback. Another pitch, left-hand side. He's met at the 5-yard line, still pushing forward, but not quite far enough. Looked like Oliva was the first guy there. Pardon me, it looks like Eckenrode was the first guy there. And he got help from Oliva to bring him down. No gain on that one. If anything, maybe a 1-yard gain down to the 2-yard line. We'll see what El Modena decides to do. 1:51 remaining here in the first quarter. A quick one so far. Jack Keys still out there. It looks like we're going to have a 4th down play. Shotgun formation, 4 wide receiver set. Astor to the left. Now he's in motion from left to right. 3 receivers on the right-hand side. Keys looking for Astor at the front of the goal line. He's in there for the touchdown. Making it look oh so easy. Jack Keys out to the right-hand side. He's got Astor wide open, and he just cruises into the front of the end zone for the touchdown. And on 4th down, El Modena converts for the first score of the ball game, as Blake Armstrong will head out to try the extra point. So a 2-yard pass there from Jack Keys to Sam Astor gives El Modena the early lead. Here comes the extra point try. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0. El Modena strikes first here on homecoming night at Fred Kelly Stadium. They lead 7-0 as Canyon will get the ball back in just a moment. This is high school football presented by the Orange Unified School District. And happy to have you alongside us, and pleasure to be here for homecoming night for the Vanguards. And again, for you alumni who are tuning in, happy to have you alongside us, and welcome to the game virtually here. And welcome home. The Vanguards trying to improve to 4-1 here tonight. El Modena has taken the last 2 games against Canyon earlier this year and in 2019.
3 minutes and 42 seconds off the clock.
Trying to make it 3 in a row with the victory here tonight is Kayvon Monferred. We'll get ready to tee it up in just a moment. And for the Comanches, back deep to receive will be Sean Edmiston on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side it will be Akins Nupp. El Modena has had the ball for about 9 minutes of the opening 10.5 here in this first quarter. And they turned that interception by David Vasquez into points, marching 45 yards down the field for that touchdown. Here comes the kick. It's a short one to the right-hand side. That'll be picked up by Kyle Kraus. Kraus trying to cut back to the middle, up beyond the 25-yard line. And he's dropped at about the 26. And that's where the Comanches will start things off here and drive number 2. Looking to answer that El Modena score, here comes Christian Lunsberg once again here for the Comanches. On that first drive, 1 for 3. 5-yard completion to Darren Welker. And then that interception to Vasquez when he was looking for Kyle Kraus down the right sideline. Shotgun formation. Kraus the deep setback now. 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left for the Comanches. Lunsberg playing in his 3rd game this season. Good snap, and right down the middle. He's got his target at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at the 43. That's Fox Haugen, his favorite target. And that'll be a first down for Canyon. Nice gain of 17 yards through the air. And there is a penalty against El Modena after the play. Like a personal foul, perhaps roughing the passer there, and that'll move the Comanches up even further. The Haugen gets in on the action with that play, 17 yards up the middle. Make it 16 yards, my mistake. And with the penalty, the Comanches now all of a sudden in El Modena territory. Lundsberg rolls out here on 1st and 10. Tries to find a target, running out of room, however. Gets past one tackler, throws up the middle. This one ill-advised, is picked off once again. And El Modena has it at their own 34-yard line. Alex Luna with the interception, second of the ball game for the defense. And El Modena will take over, quickly erasing that Comanche momentum and putting it back in their favor as Jack Keys and company will head back out to the field. Lundsberg just heaved it up there as he was headed out of bounds. There were two defenders there, and it was Luna who was able to bring it down. And the Comanches have the ball the Vanguards have the ball once again with an opportunity to chew more time off that clock. 53 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, as Keys and company take over from their own 33. Pistol formation here for the quarterback, the right-handed Jack Keys. Owen Smith in the backfield, two receivers to the right. This will be a pass to the left, however. Astor trying to leap up for it. Out of his hands as he's brought down by Troy Mills, and it falls incomplete.
21, Troy Mills defending on the play.
2nd down and 10 coming up. A rare first down pass for the Vanguards. Trying to throw the Comanches off there, but Canyon able to get to it. A bit of a high throw there from Keys. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Modena gets set once again here. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the left this time at the bottom of your screen and 1 to the right. And in motion is Armstrong to the right-hand side. Keys back to pass. Looked at the running back first, now looking down the field. Up the middle, he's got his man at the 45-yard line into Comanche territory as he gets past the Canyon 45 before he's brought down by Troy Mills. And that's Astor on the play once again. He gets to the Canyon 43-yard line. And that'll bring up a first down for El Modena.
First down.
Play started at the El Modena 33 up to the Canyon 43. Make that a 24-yard play for the Vanguards through the air. 1st and 10 from the Canyon 43-yard line. Astor's now got 3 receptions for 35 yards. In motion is Armstrong once again. 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Pistol formation for Jack Keys, and a flag comes in. Might have taken a bit too long there. That's going to be a false start, against El Modena, and that'll back them up 5 yards. Still in Canyon territory. This backs them up to the 48-yard line. See if we can get you some numbers here on Jack Keys, the running back. El Modena this season averaging 300 yards of offense per game, most of that on the ground. And before this play gets underway, that'll be the end of the first quarter here. El Modena with a 7-0 lead. They've also got the football here near midfield as they are driving, trying to make this a 2-score game. Once again, this is high school football presented by the Orange Unified School District. El Modena taking on Canyon in a non-league game here tonight. Both teams members of the Century Conference. Again, El Modena in the Crestview League and Canyon in the North Hills League. Jack Keys on the season, 63 of 116 for 695 yards this year. He's got 5 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions this year, make it 6. With that pass to Sam Astor earlier in the ball game, he averages 173 yards per game. And for Astor, his favorite target, comes in 24 receptions for 292 yards. His touchdown reception earlier, his 4th of the season. So a good start for El Modena here. They've got the ball, they've got the lead, and a chance to expand upon that as we start the second quarter in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude conclude this first quarter of play, we'd like to take a moment to recognize and honor all our past Vanguard alumni. Will all El Modena alumni please stand in a special recognition of the class of 2020 and what you had to endure during your school year. We are pleased to have all of you with us tonight. Let's give a loud Vanguard round of applause for our El Modena alumni.
Good amount of alumni in the stands here tonight being recognized before the start of the second quarter. El Modena 7, Canyon 0. As we start the second quarter of play again, El Modena charged with a false start penalty, so they will start first and 15 from the Canyon 48-yard line. Defense has been good for the Vanguards as well. Against a high-powered passing offense, they have collected 2 interceptions of Christian Lunsberg in that first quarter. One of them going to David Vasquez, the other one going to Alex Luna. Luna's interception setting up the Vanguards here. Shotgun formation for Keys. As we start the second quarter, 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Keys back pedals as he throws, has Smith. Smith plenty of room past the 30 to the 25-yard line, and he's brought down at the 21. Looked like Artist who was able to get back there and get the tackle. Kyle Kraus helping on that play as well. From the 48 to the 21, a gain of 37 yards through the air. Pardon me, 27 yards through the air for El Modena once again. That passing attack starting to get going here. For Owen Smith, his first reception, 79 yards through the air for El Modena. This pass falls incomplete as Keys was looking for Armstrong in the end zone. That'll bring up a second down and 10. Ball come back to the 21-yard line. On the coverage for the Comanches on that play was Ethan Pham and Sean Edmiston. Edmiston, the cornerback, Pham providing help over the top as the safety. Second and 10, shotgun formation. Armstrong and Astor, the receivers on the right-hand side. One receiver on the left-hand side as well. Pistol formation. This one a low snap. Late give to Smith, who's able to pick it up, dragged down by the jersey at the 20-yard line. A minimal game, looked like Mills on the tackle once again for Canyon. He's been active here tonight. And that'll be a minimal gain of 1. It'll bring up a third down and 9. 42 yards on the ground for Smith here tonight. He's already got a couple of receptions as well, having a big impact on this game. Owen Smith, a running back and a linebacker by trade, but focusing on the offense here tonight as Sam Astor heads to the left-hand side of the formation. 2 receivers on either side for the Vanguard. Shotgun formation. Clean snap to Keys this time. Back to pass, looking up the middle. Looking towards his running back of the end zone, but can't get there. Now rolls out to his right-hand side. Finds Armstrong making a leaping catch inside the 10-yard line. Great work there by Armstrong to get open for his quarterback. Keys had a lot of time to throw, ends up running down the right side and finding Armstrong for the reception. That sets up first and goal. The ball will be placed at the 9-yard line, 11-yard gain through the air. Great patience by Keys to stay in there, and a great job by Armstrong to find an opening in the defense and give Keys a target. First and goal, pistol formation here for the Vanguards. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Owen Smith, the deep setback. This one will be a fake give to Smith. Up the middle goes Keys. He keeps it. That was an option play there for the quarterback. He gets about 5 yards down to the 4-yard line. Actually, they'll mark him at the 5. Make it a 4-yard gain, and the Vanguards once again pressing ever closer to the goal line, trying to double the lead. For Keys, his third rushing attempt of the night. He's got 6 yards on the ground. Again, the score is 7-0. El Modena with the lead over Canyon, but trying to double it here as they're 5 yards out from the end zone. Pistol formation, all 3 receivers to the right-hand side. This is Keys keeping it himself once again, right-hand side, and he tumbles into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanguards! 5-yard quarterback keeper by Jack Keys. Puts the Vanguards up 13-0 here with 9.5 remaining in the second quarter. And Blake Armstrong will head out to try the extra point here in just a moment. That offense humming here in the second quarter. And again, the defense with 2 turnovers have led to 13, possibly 14 points here in the ball game. So Keys now with a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown here tonight. Jonathan Tabb will be the long snapper for this extra point, and holding it down here for the Vanguards is Alex Luna as Armstrong gets set at his own 10-yard line to make it 14-0. Low snap, but it's handled. The kick is up and the kick is good, but there's a flag on the play. And this will be an offside against the Comanches. And we will try this one again, it appears. Take that back. They'll decline the penalty, and that kick will be good. So I think that's what the official just signaled. Take that back. My mistake. They're going to re-kick it here. So Luna again will hold. Armstrong will try it for a second time. This one a better snap, held down, and the kick once again is good. So Armstrong not bothered by having to re-kick that extra point. It's 14-0 El Modena. Canyon will try to mount an answer here in just a moment as they're down by 2 scores here at Fred Kelly Stadium. Again, homecoming for the Vanguards, and they're off to a good start here, up by 2 scores.
Updates throughout the week on Dan's Twitter account. You can always count on great high school sports coverage from the Orange County Register.
Again, the Comanches 1-3 heading into the ball game here tonight. Their 1 win over Fullerton 3 weeks ago. In fact, that was the first game that Josh Waybright had to miss due to the medical issue. And offensive coordinator Eric Yost, who is the acting head coach here tonight, said the kids were fired up for that game, really inspired, wanted to win for their head coach, who has been keeping tabs and continually texting Eric Yost, asking about how the players are doing, still very much involved with this program. And once again, we certainly hope to see him back on the sidelines soon here for the Comanches. Penalty against the Comanches will move this ball up to the Comanches' 45-yard line. That's where Armstrong will tee it up to kick it off. Back deep to receive for the Comanches once again on the right-hand side of Sean Edmiston. On the left is Akins Knupp. Knupp, the one closest on the bottom of your screen. Armstrong ready to go. Let's see if he can get this one into the end zone for a touchback. It's a line drive kick. It'll bounce to the right of Edmiston and into the end zone. And Canyon will start the drive from their own 20-yard line. Christian Lunsberg will lead the offense back out once again on 2 drives. He is 2 for 5, has passed for 21 yards, but has also thrown a couple of picks here tonight. Looking to turn that around here for the Comanches, as he also has the lone Comanches rushing attempt tonight. It went for 2 yards. Eric Yost before the game saying that this Comanche offense is ranked number 2 in the nation in pass attempts so far this season. Again, as we mentioned earlier, they've thrown more than 40 times in every game so far here in 2021. Lunsberg switching up the play. 2 receivers on either side. He's got a running back to his right. Handoff goes to the running back, up the gut, trying to get some yardage here on first down, and the pile pushes him back. That was Kraus on the running attempt. He got about 3 yards on that play as they bring it up to the 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Let's finally introduce that El Modena defense. We already talked about the defensive line. Mason Hitchens, Elijah Wu, and Owen Smith will be your linebackers tonight. Here on 2nd and 7, Lunsberg finds a man at the 35-yard line, pushing his way forward to the 39-yard line. That'll be Brady von Sprecken
3 minutes and 23 seconds off the clock.
on the reception up to the 39. That's a gain of 16 yards, and Canyon working quickly. Back to pass Lundsberg up the middle. He's got another man here hanging on to it. And making the play there is Darren Welker, his second reception up to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 12 for the Comanches, who are moving quickly. First and 10. As soon as we have a moment to take a breath, we'll get that secondary for the Vanguards. Up the gut goes Kraus once again. This time he's met just beyond the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard gain before he's thrown back, and now a late flag comes in. And this one, we'll see who it goes against. Personal foul against the Vanguards will help the Comanches once again. So the Comanches starting to march down the field into Vanguard's territory. Kraus, a 2-yard gain. 8.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. In the secondary for the Vanguards tonight, Sam Astor, David Vasquez, Alex Luna, and Xander Chaffin. You've already heard Vasquez and Luna. They've got an interception each tonight. Shotgun formation here for Lundsberg. First and 10. They shovel pass it to Kraus, who finds some room up the middle, up to the 27-yard line. Smith with the tackle. That's a 5-yard gain. Will bring up a 2nd and 5. Fourth different receiver to make a reception tonight here for Canyon, and now the officials will stop play real quick. And coming off the field here for the Vanguards is Mason Hitchens. Looks like he's got an equipment issue. His shoulder pad is out, and that will bring in we'll bring in a linebacker to replace him here. 2nd and 5, shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. There was some movement there from the slot receiver for Canyon, but the officials missed it. The Fox Haugen got lucky there. High snap handled by Lundsberg. Throw to the right-hand side on the slant, but just out of the reach of his intended target, Darren Welker, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. First misfire for Lundsberg on this drive. He's got 33 yards through the air to 3 different receivers. See if I can get a yardage total for you here. Looks like he's got 54 yards through the air so far tonight. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Welker all alone on the right-hand side. This one fumbled, a bad snap low, Lundsberg, and it's covered up by Kraus. That'll move him back, however, to the 31-yard line. Pardon me, at the 29-yard line. And that brings up 4th down and 7. Loss of 2 there.
4th down and 7.
Canyon's going to go for it here. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on either side. Lundsberg back to pass, looking right. Now flushed out of the pocket to the right-hand side. Run for it himself. He bulls into a defender at the 24-yard line, and he stopped there. He'll be short of the 1st down, and it'll be a turnover on downs, giving the ball back to El Medina with 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Valiant effort there by Lundsberg as El Medina had the receivers covered up. It's a gain of 5, but he needed 7. And Jack Keys and company will head back out here for El Medina as they've got a chance to make this a 3-score game before halftime. Stop there by the Vanguards defensively. 2 turnovers and now a turnover on downs for El Medina. He's in the shotgun formation, all 3 receivers on the right-hand side. He's got Smith in the backfield with him. And Keys will keep it himself and bull his way up the middle for a few yards, up to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the play. Troy Mills again with the tackle there for the Comanches. And there is a Canyon player down on the turf after that play. And it looks like that's going to be Roman Cutts, the defensive tackle. He is down on his right side here, and that'll bring out the trainer as he will be checked on. Certainly hope that this isn't serious. Both teams will get a timeout near their sidelines. 14-0 the score, El Modena over Canyon. The Comanches, or pardon me, the Vanguards trying to make it a 3-score game before halftime. And we'll have 2nd and 6 from Canyon's 28-yard line. Pardon me, from their own 28-yard line when we get things going once again. Cutts is now seated. He is getting back up, a good sign. He is walking off mostly under his own power. Happy to see that. And he'll get a bit of a reception from the Canyon faithful on the opposite side of the field as he makes his way towards the sideline. Certainly happy to see that he's able to walk under his own power. And he'll be replaced on the field by Darren Bernard. Pardon me, by Aiden Garcia. Bernard's already on the defensive line. Shotgun formation here for Keys on 2nd and 6. And in motion from right to left, that's Alex Luna. Keys back to pass and just throws that one into the turf, incomplete. Jackson Alvarado, the running back, in the vicinity of that throw, and so there is no intentional grounding call on that play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. Keys on the night tonight unofficially. 6 for 11, 90 yards and a touchdown tonight. It was the first touchdown scored by the Vanguards, and it was a 2-yard pass to Sam Astor. His 4th touchdown reception on the year. Empty set here for Keys, all alone in the backfield. We'll look up the middle, and that one's picked off. Luke Oliva takes it from the 29-yard line and gets some yardage down the left side, inside the 20, and down to the 18. So the Comanches get a turnover here with plenty of time remaining in the 2nd quarter to try to get on the board. And that's a big momentum shifter for Canyon, one that they needed here in this first half. So Luke Oliva with the interception, and he moves it forward about 11 yards. And already Canyon in the El Modena red zone here as they get set to go once again. Can Canyon capitalize? El Modena has capitalized on 2 Lunsburg interceptions. Now the Comanches have a chance to do the same to Jack Keys. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, a shotgun formation for Lunsburg and the offense. Kraus, the running back, to his right, and it looks like we're going to have an officials timeout here. They're looking at Welker. Now they're talking to the El Modena coaches. And it'll be a timeout by the Vanguards. 6:28 remaining here in the first half. 14-0 El Modena, but after a turnover, an interception by the Canyon defense, the Comanches in good position to score their first points of the ball game here before halftime. Again, 6:28 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Good one so far between these 2 rivals as El Modena and Canyon match up once again here tonight. Between these 2 teams, Canyon has won 13 of the last 18 matchups against El Modena, going back to 2004. But as we mentioned, El Modena's gotten the better of the last 2. Looking to make it 3 in a row here tonight. El Modena has outscored opponents this season 90-46. Smash mouth football and good defense for the Vanguards this season. Canyon has been outscored 106-152. Couple of shootouts for the Comanches. Their victory this season against Fullerton, they come in off a 54-49 loss. Lunsburg had 7 touchdown passes in that game and 423 yards through the air. Here he is again, shotgun formation, rolling out to his right, heavy pressure. Here comes Owen Smith. He throws on the run, out of the reach of his intended target. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Looked like Sean Edmiston, the intended target there, but Lunsburg hit as he threw. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Lunsburg so far tonight, unofficially, 5 of 10 for 54 yards, 2 interceptions. Brady Von Sprecken, the lone receiver to the left. 3 receivers to the right at the top of your screen. Kraus, the running back, to Lundsberg's left-hand side. They fake the give to Kraus, back to pass, up the middle, and hit as he tried to make that catch was Edmiston. Owen Smith providing the pressure there. Good throw by Lundsberg. But Edmiston couldn't make the reception there as he was hit. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Good strong throw there by Lundsberg on 2nd down. Now let's see what he does here on 3rd. Same formation, shotgun formation. Kraus now on Lundsberg's right-hand side as Canyon will switch up the play here. It'll be Edmiston, Haugen, and Welker out to the right-hand side at the top of your screen. Welker is the one split wide to the right. Kraus moves to Lundsberg's left as Lundsberg back to pass. Heavy pressure, throws it up in the air, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Pressure provided there by Andres Gomez, the defensive end, and the intended target there for Lundsberg was his running back, Kyle Kraus. And that'll bring up a 4th and 10. Ball's at the 18-yard line. Canyon has not been able to move the ball any since they got the interception from Luke Oliva. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rolling out to his right is Lundsberg. He throws it high and deep into the end zone. Double coverage, and that falls incomplete. Fox Haugen is intended target, and the defense provided by Chaffin and Sam Astor on the play. That's another turnover on downs, and Modena will have the ball back with 6:04 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So not only did the defense keep Canyon from scoring, Canyon only used up 14 seconds on the clock on that possession. 4 incompletions, and now Modena's got some time to move the ball downfield. This Vanguard offense wants to use slow, methodical, time-churning drives. And this could be one of them here towards the end of the first half if they can get some momentum. Jack Keys back out on the field in the pistol formation. Owen Smith, the deep setback. They fake the give to him, throw it to the right-hand side. Armstrong makes the catch, bowls over a photographer, and they will help her back up. And she appears to be okay as well. Armstrong with a minimal gain. Out of bounds to the right-hand side, stops the clock at 5:59. It's a 4-yard gain through the air. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. Armstrong's 2nd catch of the night. Jack Keys approaching 100 yards through the air. He's at 94 as he gets back behind the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation for him. He's got 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Clean snap, back to pass Keys, looking down the field, now flushed out to the left-hand side. Heavy pressure by the Comanches. He throws it away towards the 21-yard line, and that falls incomplete. Luke Oliva was back there, the middle linebacker. He had help, it appeared, from Noah Eckenrode, the defensive end. And at one point, getting into the backfield was Zaki Dostada in on the defensive line. He's able to get the ball away, however, not take the sack. That brings the ball back to the 22. Good awareness there by the quarterback. Those receivers were headed deep downfield. They set up again, 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Pistol formation with Owen Smith, the deep setback. Tight end Mason Hitchens in motion from right to left. Back to pass Keys once again. Keys flushed out towards the left-hand side. Flag on the play. Nearly completes the pass to Hitchens down the field, and this is in the area of holding, so this one could have been coming back regardless. We'll see what the call is from the head referee. Haugen providing the defense for Canyon. That'll bring up a 4th down. It appeared to be a holding call, but the penalty declined there by the Comanches, bringing up a 4th down, and Modena will punt this one away. So Canyon comes up with a 3 and out from the Modena offense, and the Comanches once again will have good field position here, as back deep to receive the punt is Thomas Cabral. He is set up at the 45-yard line. Canyon 45-yard line, I should say. And getting ready to punt this one away for Modena is Blake Armstrong. Good snap. Here comes the kick. Coming in was Canyon, but not quite getting there. This one a line drive. And this one will take a friendly Modena bounce before it gets near the out-of-bounds area on the far side at the Canyon 48-yard line. Still decent field position for the Comanches, as they have at least one more chance to get some points on the board here in the first half with 5:33 remaining in the second quarter. It's 14-0. Modena with the lead over Canyon. This is high school football presented by the Orange Unified School District. So once again, Lunsberg and company headed back out there. Lunsberg has missed on his last 5 targets. Looking to regain that precision here on this drive. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Back to passes Lunsberg. Quick throw over to the right, just out of the reach of a diving Darren Welker. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Looked like Elijah Wu providing the coverage there, the outside linebacker, as that's now 6 missed targets for Lunsberg here in the second quarter. Van Sprecken, Haugen, and Edmiston on the left-hand side at the bottom of your screen. It's Van Sprecken. The man split wide to the left, and on the right-hand side, the receiver is Darren Welker. Shotgun formation once again here for Lunsberg. Makes the give to Kraus up the middle. This time it's caught by Welker. Gets past 1 tackle. 1 man to beat, but he drags him down. That's Astor on the play, saving the touchdown. But Welker gets down to the Modena 13-yard line. That's a 38-yard gain for the Comanches on 2nd and 10. And immediately they're in the red zone here with 5:15 remaining in the second quarter. Here's a handoff to Kraus up the gut. He's stopped immediately, and that'll be a loss of 1 for the Comanches, backing him up to the 14-yard line. Big play there by Lunsberg, 38 yards to Welker, who now has 55 yards receiving on the night. 2nd down and 11 coming up here for the Comanches from the 14-yard line. Back to pass Lunsberg. Pressure coming in from Hitchens. This one well over Haugen's head and out of the back of the end zone. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 11. 92 yards through the air tonight for Lunsberg. Big 3rd down coming up here for the Comanches. Hitchens got through the line, provided that pressure. Shotgun formation once again here on 3rd and 11 from the 14-yard line. Canyon trying to get on the board here in the second quarter. They're down by 2 touchdowns. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. And it looks like Cabral, the man in the backfield with the quarterback. This one tossed to the left-hand side. Had to get rid of it quickly as pressure was coming once again, and it falls incomplete. Chaffin coming in from the secondary with help there from Esteban Choquer, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Can Lunsberg find a receiver here on 4th and 11? Back to pass, looking to the left-hand side. Pressure coming again, and it's Chaubert down with the sack.
Lunsberg knocked in the backfield.
And then a knockdown there by his teammate, Zach Brem. Choquer with the sack for Modena. And that gives the Vanguards the football back at their 26-yard line. Another turnover on downs for the Comanches, who are still awaiting their first score of the ball game. Modena will take over with 4:12 remaining in the second quarter, and up 14-0 here at Fred Kelly Stadium. So not only did they get the 4th down stop, they also gained close to 15 yards, it appears. Looks like 12 yards on that play. A 12-yard loss for Lunsberg means better field position here for the Vanguards. 1st and 10, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation here for Jack Keys. Fakes the give, throws quickly to the right side. Armstrong makes the adjustment and gets the catch just beyond the 30-yard line to the 31. It's a 5-yard gain on first down, make it 2nd and 5. Mitchell providing the pressure along with fellow linebacker Ethan Pham, or pardon me, safety Ethan Pham coming in. 2nd and 5. He's back to pass, rolling out to his left, looking for a receiver, throws against his body, has Astor for a first down. He's brought down at the 36-yard line, but forward momentum got him to the 37, and that'll be a 7-yard gain on 2nd down to give the Vanguards a fresh set of downs.
First down.
Medena getting back to the line of scrimmage. That catch for Astor, his 4th of the ball game. Keys all alone in the backfield here. 3 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Low snap but handled. Keys will sneak it up the middle. He's got some room and gets some good yardage there. 4 yards on first down. Up to the 41-yard line. That'll be Dostada on the tackle for Medena. It'll be, pardon me, for Canyon. That'll be 2nd and 6. On the ground, Keys has 19 yards tonight. He rolls out to his right on 2nd and 6 and finds his target wide open there near the sideline and out at the 48-yard line. That's Troy Parker. Parker making his first reception of the night. And that's a gain of about 8 yards on 2nd down, make it a 1st and 10 near midfield. Fourth different receiver that Keys has hit tonight. He's all alone in the backfield once again. 2 receivers to the right and 3 to the left for the Vanguards. 1st and 10 from the 48. Throw to the left-hand side. He's got his man. It's Armstrong, makes the catch, and he's brought down inside Canyon territory. A quick 4-yard gain, and a flag comes in late. Kyle Kraus on the stop there for the Comanches. And we'll see what the call is here from the head referee. The flag is right where the play ended, and it's a personal foul against Canyon. And that will bring the ball even further into Comanches territory from the spot of the foul. So that 4-yard play will stand for Keys and Armstrong as this ball is spotted at the 33-yard line. Armstrong tonight, 4 catches for 24 yards. Shotgun formation here for Keys. 3 receivers on the right-hand side. His running back Owen Smith as well to the right. Delayed handoff to Smith, who now goes to the left. Up the sideline, he's got room, and he's taken out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line to about the 15. Well-designed play there for the Vanguards. Started at the 33-yard line. Let's see where they spot this one.
That's good enough for Medena.
It'll go to the 16-yard line. 17 yards on the ground there for Smith. And Medena now deep in Comanches territory, inside the 20. Kraus tracking down the running back down the sideline. Good speed there for Smith as well. Pistol formation here. 4 receivers now. In motion is Armstrong from right to left. As they fake the give to Smith, a quick throw down the left side. Wide open in the back of the end zone is Armstrong, and it's a touchdown for the Vanguards.
In the end zone for Medena. Touchdown.
16 yards from Jack Keys to Armstrong. And Medena pads the lead here just before halftime. Extra point coming up to try to make it 21-0. Blake Armstrong with the reception, his 5th of the night. Gets him into the end zone. He's now got 40 yards through the air. Extra point, good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So Armstrong scores the touchdown. Armstrong gets the extra point. Armstrong helps the Vanguards get to a 21-0 lead with 2:05 remaining here in the second quarter. Homecoming night for El Modena, and the Vanguards off to a good start here in this one. Pitching a shutout nearly halfway through as they will kick the ball off to the Comanches once again in just a moment. This is high school football under the Friday night lights, presented by Orange Unified School District.
The last El Modena scoring play took 7 plays, 2 minutes and 16 seconds off the clock, total yards 79. Up with a 16-yard pass from Jack Keys to Blake Armstrong.
You just heard it there, 79-yard drive for the Vanguards. After a turnover on downs, ended at the 21-yard line, their own 21-yard line. So far tonight, Canyon's had 4 drives, end in 2 interceptions and 2 turnover on downs. However, Lundsberg and company, the aerial attack does play well for the 2-minute drill. We'll see what they can come up with here as this kick is caught at the 24-yard line by Von Sprecken. Brings it up past the 30 to the 33-yard line, and the Comanches will have to go 67 yards to try to get a touchdown before halftime here. Exactly 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. See how good that Comanches 2-minute offense is here as Lundsberg and company get ready to take the field at least one more time here in this first half. And for the Comanches, one thing that Coach Yost liked about this team is that they play tough for 4 quarters and they know their identity, especially on the offense. They know who they are and they stick to it. So far, they've had good spurts here tonight. They just haven't been able to get it into the end zone. Shotgun formation for Lundsberg here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They fake the give to Kraus. Lundsberg will run it himself, tries the left side, and he's brought down by the linebacker Elijah Wu, and a timeout will be taken here. To stop the clock, it'll be El Modena taking the timeout as there's an equipment malfunction, a player tying his cleat. Don't believe that's why they took the timeout, however. It'll be 2nd down and 7 coming up with the ball at the 36-yard line. For Lundsberg, his 3rd time running the football tonight. He's got 10 yards on the ground. Through the air, he's got 92 yards. 7 for 17 through the air tonight is Lundsberg. His top target has been Darren Welker. 3 receptions for 55 yards. Canyon will receive the opening kick in the second half, just to keep that in mind, as El Modena trying to stop the offense to get one more opportunity for a score here before halftime. Vanguard started with the football, but had their drive stopped in Comanche territory. However, a pair of interceptions led to the Vanguard's first 2 touchdowns on their next 2 drives. And here in the second quarter, after a turnover on downs, they got their 3rd touchdown on a 16-yard pass from Keys to Armstrong. Here's a run up the middle. It's Kyle Kraus. He's up to the 40-yard line before he's brought down by Andres Gomez. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 from the 40-yard line. 4-yard gain on the ground there on 2nd. And another timeout taken here by the Vanguards. Believe that'll be their final timeout here in the first half. Kraus has 3 carries tonight for 9 yards on the ground. 6 rushing attempts for the Comanches compared with 17 pass attempts. On the other side for El Modena, they've had 18 attempts on the ground and 18 through the air. A balanced attack for the Vanguard so far here tonight. Canyon with 3 yards to go for the first down. If they get the first down, it's a possibility you could see them just run out the clock and be content with the score the way it is. Try to regroup and then come back with the opening drive of the second half. We'll see what they decide to do here, however, as the teams take back to the field. Lundsberg in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers on either side. Kraus, the running back, to Lundsberg's left-hand side. 4-3 defense here for the Vanguards once again. They move Kraus to the left, and he gets the carry up the gut. Enough for the first down and more. Cuts to the left at the 45, past the 40, and out at the 36-yard line. He stays in bounds as he's brought down by David Vasquez. And that will keep the clock running here, should keep the clock running here, as they spot the ball at the El Modena 36-yard line. That started at the Comanches 40. So that's a 24-yard run. This one fumbled, however, picked up by Kraus. He'll get nowhere, however. He's bowled backwards, and that'll be a loss of 2. So after the 24-yard gain, a botched snap there brings him back 2 yards. Clock still continuing to tick, just over a minute remaining here in the second quarter. 21-0, El Modena. Canyon trying to get on the board. They fake the give to Kraus. Lundsberg now throws it to Kraus on the right-hand side. He's got some room, shuffles a bit out towards the outside and out of bounds as he's dragged there by Owen Smith. Decent gain on second down will make it a 3rd and about 6, 4 yards through the air. For Kraus, his second reception, he's got 9 yards total. Again, this is a Comanches offense that scored 49 points against Pacifica in a shootout loss 2 weeks ago, and El Modena is holding them scoreless here in the first half as the Comanches take their first time out with 40 seconds remaining. They're at the El Modena 32-yard line, down by 3 scores, trying to get on the board before halftime, where once again they'll get the ball back to start the second half. So if they can score here, they have a chance, if all goes well, to bring this to a 1-score game in the third quarter. One thing that Coach Yost said he'd like to see from his team tonight is a little bit more consistency. Would like to see, especially on the offensive side. Again, they know their identity, but would like to see a bit more consistency for this team, and now's a good test.
20 seconds remaining in the first
2
half.
drives here to see what they can do.
3rd down and 6 for Canyon.
They've gotten the ball from their own 33 now to the El Modena 32. Can they go the rest of the way in 40 seconds? Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left-hand side and 1 to the right. Fake the give to Kraus, rolling out is Lundsberg. He's going to run it himself. He's got room towards the first down marker, and a flag comes in. 2 of them come in after the play. He went out of bounds. They've got him marked for first down yardage at the 25-yard line. Elijah Wu, the linebacker, providing the coverage for El Modena. The flag, one of them is at the 21-yard line. Not sure where the other one landed. We'll see if we can get the call here from the head referee. This will be a personal foul call against El Modena.
Foul against the Vanguard.
Could be perhaps that they hit late after Lundsberg was already out of bounds. But either way, that puts Canyon at the El Modena 12-yard line. Looked to be about an 8-yard run there from Lundsberg. And now Canyon set up nicely, but this play nearly broken up by Hitchens. Lundsberg able to get away, and he completes the pass just inside the 10-yard line to Kyle Kraus down the right sideline. Boy, Mason Hitchens was in there in the backfield in a hurry, and Lundsberg somehow was able to get away. They say Kraus was out of bounds. It looks like they did. This ball will actually come back to the 12-yard line. Either way, better for Lundsberg to go with the incomplete pass there than get dragged down by Hitchens. 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Shotgun formation. Lundsberg back to pass, immediately flushed out by Gomez, going to his right, trying to find room, and again just throws it out of bounds. Nothing doing there. Gomez all over Lundsberg on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 10, 18 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, as Canyon's got 2 more tries to try to get it into the end zone here and get on the board. Here comes Lundsberg, has the play from his offensive coordinator and acting head coach Eric Yost here. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left. He's looking that way. This one caught by Haugen. Haugen down to the 2-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And just outside the goal line, Canyon will have to take a timeout here. I believe they've got a couple of them left. As they spot the ball, they're going to try to go in a hurry here. That's an 11-yard gain through the air. Lundsberg in the shotgun formation. The clock has not stopped, and now there will be a timeout called by the Comanches.
Timeout. Canyon, 6 seconds remaining.
Canyon knocking on the doorstep here. 6 seconds remaining. They're at the 1-yard line. Trying to get on the board. El Modena leads at 21-0 as we're just about to the midway point of this one. This is high school football presented by the Orange Unified School District. The two teams huddle up on their respective sidelines. Lundsberg unofficially now over 100 yards passing on the night on his 21st attempt, gets him to 107. Haugen, his second reception tonight, he's got 2 for 27 yards. What'll Canyon decide to do here? Will they try to give it to Kraus for a rushing touchdown, or will they try to put it in Lundsberg's hands, have him try to find one of his receivers? El Modena back out on the field, that defense ready to go. Again, the Vanguards, 1 touchdown on the ground. It was Jack Keys with a 5-yard score. Keys also has 2 passing touchdowns tonight, 2 yards to Sam Astor and 16 yards to Blake Armstrong. Canyon trying to answer here. Shotgun formation for Lundsberg, 2 receivers on either side. Haugen's on the right. That's where he's looking. Looking to the right-hand side, and that one falls incomplete. 1 second remaining here in the first half.
Correction, El Modena intercepts that.
Take that back. El Modena came down with the football. I apologize. I missed that part from up here. A couple of bodies were in front of it, but El Modena takes over now at their own 20-yard line. Interception in the end zone there, the 3rd one for the Vanguards defense tonight. And that's a huge blow to Canyon offensively, as they were just about set to get in the end zone for a touchdown. El Modena takes it away. And this should be just a kneel down here to take us into halftime. Huge defensive play there for El Modena. We'll try to see who got that interception as Keys kneels it down. And the clock runs out here in the first half. The Vanguards pitch a shutout against the Comanches through 24 minutes here in this non-league contest. As we head to the locker rooms, it's El Modena 21 and Canyon nothing. We will step aside here and let you enjoy the halftime homecoming festivities. Once again, we're here at Fred Kelly Stadium, El Modena's homecoming night. It's 21-0 Vanguards over the Comanches. We'll be back and join you once again just before the start of the second half. This is high school football presented by the Orange Unified School District.
So young.
And now, welcome home, Modena alumni, parents, student, and Vanguard Nation. It's an honor to have you here tonight back in Fred Kelly Stadium. Tonight, we're celebrating homecoming, the opening of Modena High School 55 years ago in September 1966. Ever since, Vanguards have been returning home, fondly recalling school years, Vanguard victories. Tonight, 5 young women chosen by Modena Falls athletic team will take the field representing half of this year's homecoming court. And now, here are your 2021 homecoming princesses. Our first homecoming princess, Ella Keefe. Ella is escorted by her father, Stephen Keefe. Ella's favorite class at Modena is her AP Literature class because it is so engaging. Ella's most memorable high school moment was tripping in the hallway sophomore year, tripping her Lululemon leggings. Ella doesn't want to settle for one superpower. She wants almost all of them. She wants to be Iron Man. Princess Ella Keefe. Our next princess, Princess Amanda Salazar. Amanda is escorted by her father, Louis Zippy Salazar. Amanda's favorite class is Mr. Scholl's Spanish class because of her love of the language and desire to speak Spanish fluently. His favorite high school memory was during cheer camp, when her friends brought churros to the hotel room to her up. If Amanda could have a superpower, it would be the ability to inflate a ball. Princess Amanda Salazar. Next princess, Kylie Sepala. Proud father Carl Sepala is escorting his daughter, Princess Sepala. Kylie's favorite Modena class is essays. This essay makes learning history fun, always puts a smile on Kylie's face. Kylie's favorite high school memory is varsity football at Palm during freshman year. She was finally able to experience Friday Night Lights, the amazing energy and cheering in front of her peers. Kylie's superpower would be the ability to breathe underwater. Princess Kylie Sepala. Next we have Ashley Zamora. Escorting Princess Ashley onto the field tonight is her father, Ron Zamora. Ashley's favorite Modena class is ASB because she has become so close, so many people, including Mrs. Rivera. She loves everyone in the class and will miss them when she goes off to college. Ashley's favorite Modena memory is dancing at this year's Hello Dance with her friends because she felt great to be back on campus having fun. Ashley wants to have teleportation for her superpower because she used to be late all the time. She'd be able to travel around the world. Princess Ashley Zamora. And now we have Princess Peyton Smith. Escorted tonight by her father, Andrew Smith. Peyton's favorite class is class with Mrs. Sherlock because she is Peyton's school mom who was there to support Peyton. Paul's yelling. Peyton's favorite Modena memory is Spirit Week, Friday of sophomore year. She remembers watching everyone enjoy themselves at the food carnival later that day, finding out that sophomores in Spiritland. If Peyton could have any superpowers, it would be the power to control minds in people's heads. Princess Ashley Zamora. Each one of these princesses would make an outstanding homecoming queen. Unfortunately, there can only be one. We have our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man down on the field to deliver the crown to our queen. And Modena's homecoming queen for 2021. Is Ella Keefe. Congratulations, homecoming queen. Modena's homecoming queen of 2019, Jessie Keefe, who is Ella's cousin, is with us tonight to crown this year's queen. Now remember, the remaining homecoming mystery is who will be El Modena's 2021 homecoming king. Crowning the king occurs tomorrow night at Spider-Man Homecoming Day. Once again, congratulations, homecoming queen Ella Keith, and to all the homecoming princesses. Once again, a big hand for our homecoming queen and homecoming princesses of 2021. And now, please welcome to the field the El Modena Vanguard dance team.
Cool.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, please log into OCSportsZone.com following tonight's action for a game story and photos of the Medena Canyon game. OCSportsZone.com, your Orange County home for Orange County Prep Sports. You worry about that. Gentlemen, here is tonight's first match, complimented marathon to register. For Canyon, Christian Lunsford had 8 attempts, 107 yards, completions. Kyle Kraus carried the ball 7 times for 35 yards. Welker, the ball 3 times for 55 yards for El Medina. Jack Keys, 18 attempts, 12 completions, 134 yards. Owen Smith, he carried the ball 11 times for 47 yards. Blake Armstrong had 5 receptions for 40 yards. Owen Smith had 2 receptions for
Just
49
about set for the second half here as Modena takes back to the field to get ready. They're up 21-0 over Canyon High School. It was a pretty dominant first half for the Vanguards.
Special thank you goes
Canyon
out
will
to
get the opening
Varsity
kick
District,
here in the second half as they will try to get back into this one. Again, the score 21-0. Jack Keys leading the offense for Modena with 3 touchdowns, 2 through the air and 1 on the ground. Jack Keys' 2 touchdown passes going to Sam Astor and Blake Armstrong. Modena was up 14-0 late in the second quarter before they got that touchdown, a 16-yard pass from Keys to Armstrong with 2 minutes to spare, giving them a 3-score edge over their rival Comanches here tonight. Some first half stats before we get you ready for the second half here. For the Modena Vanguards, Jack Keys was 12 of 19 through the air for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, he was he had 7 carries for 19 yards and a score as well. Owen Smith, the running back, had 11 rushes for 59 yards, and leading the way through the air was Blake Armstrong with 5 receptions for 40 yards. Sam Astor had 4 receptions for 42 yards. And both Troy Parker and Owen Smith had 1 reception each for 27 and 8 yards respectively. On the other side for the Comanches, for Christian Lunsberg, he completed 8 of 22 passes for 107 yards, 3 interceptions, however. He'll be looking to turn that around here in the second half. On the ground, Kyle Kraus led the way for the Comanches, 7 rushes for 35 yards. Lunsberg himself had 4 carries for 18 yards as well. And through the air, leading the way with receptions and yards, is Darren Welker, 3 receptions, 55 yards. Fox Haugen, Fox Haugen, Brady Von Sprecken, and Kyle Kraus had 2 receptions each. Haugen for 27 yards, Von Sprecken for 34, and Kyle Kraus for 9 yards. Again, the Comanches will receive the opening kick here in the second half. Looking to get back into this one. They had 5 drives in the first half. 3 of them ended in interceptions, 1 of them at the goal line, which could be a backbreaker for the Comanches heading into the second half. And the other 2 ended in turnover on downs, 4th down stoppages by the Modena defense. For the Vanguards, it's David Vasquez, Alex Luna, and Sam Astor with interceptions tonight. Astor's was the one that was in the end zone at the end of the first half that we couldn't quite see from back here. But again, 3 big interceptions, and the Vanguards were able to turn 2 of those into touchdowns. Again, the first score of the night was Keys' 2-yard pass to Sam Astor. That put the Vanguards up 7-0. They doubled the score later in the first quarter when Keys ran 5 yards for a score, and then they added their 3rd touchdown with 2 minutes left in the second quarter when Jack Keys hit Blake Armstrong in the back of the end zone for a 16-yard touchdown. Armstrong's got it teed up, back deep to receive for the Comanches. That appears to be Aikens Nupp, who will try to bring this one back for Canyon. Welcome back to Fred Kelly Stadium. We are underway here in the second half as this one is kicked short, picked up at the 18-yard line and trying his luck up the left-hand side, bouncing off of a blocker and out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Looked like Thomas Cabral who was able to pick that one up. Astor with the coverage there. This drive will start at the Comanches' 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Again, Lunsberg, 8 of 22, 107 yards. The big play, a 38-yard pass completed to Darren Welker that seemed to give the Comanches some momentum early in the second quarter, but that drive was stopped on a 4th down. Lunsberg back out there, shotgun formation, Kraus to his left, 3 receivers to the right, and 1 to the left-hand side. This one will be a handoff to Kraus, up the gut, bounces off, tries to spin away from a tackler, but is dragged down, gets beyond the 25 to the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3. Make it gain of 4 as they place it at the 28. Mason Hitch is the man who brings him down. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Shotgun formation once again. Back to pass Lunsberg. Looks left, now flushed out to the right. Met there by Gomez. Completes the pass to Welker. And they say he remained in bounds as he made the catch at the 29, make it the 30-yard line. Now they bring it back to the 29. That's a gain of 1. But Andres Gomez was bringing the heat on Lunsberg once again, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 5. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Lunsberg looking to his left, now tries to find space up the middle. That hole closes quickly, and he's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage there. That sack will be attributed to Esteban Choquer, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 7. From the 27-yard line, Canyon appears to be punting this one away. It'll be Darren Welker doing the kicking here, the first time the Comanches have punted tonight. And back deep to receive for the Vanguards. That appears to be Alejandro Calderon. That snap bounces into the punter, flags on the play. This one caught by Calderon at about the 46. Stutters to the right towards the center of the field and is brought down in Comanches territory at the 46-yard line. We'll see if this one comes back again, however, as there are 2 flags down. One of them is at the Comanches 13, the other one's at the 21. It appears the penalty goes against Canyon, but it's declined by El Medina. They'll be content to take the ball at the Comanches 46-yard line, up by 21. So a 3 and out for the Comanches to start the second half. That'll bring out Jack Keys and the Vanguards once again. Successful first half as they put up points on 3 of their 5 drives. 1 interception thrown by Keys in that half. It was caught by Luke Oliva deep in Vanguard territory, but the Vanguard's defense was able to hold up and get a turnover on downs. Shotgun formation, first play of the second half here for the Vanguard's offense. It's a handoff, a quarterback keeper to Keys up the middle, 9 yards as he plunges forward. Luke Oliva there on the stop, and Aiden Gibb helping out for the Comanches. They give him 8 yards on that play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 2 at the Comanches 38-yard line. 19 yards on the ground for Keys. Picks up 8 there. 2nd down and 2. Shotgun formation, all 3 receivers on the left-hand side. Clean snap. This time they give it to Smith. Smith finds some room out the right tackle and gets up near the 30-yard line. He's down at the 31. Another gain of 8 for the Vanguards as Troy Mills once again on the tackle for the Comanches, and that's a 1st down for El Medina.
That rush is good enough for El Medina. 1st down.
59 yards in the first half for Owen Smith. He's been efficient, and the offensive line has cleared some holes for him tonight. He's now on the right side of the formation as a wide receiver. 2 of them to the right, 3 to the left. Nobody in the backfield with the quarterback, Jack Keys, here. Another clean snap here, albeit a bit low. Throws to the right, has Smith wide open, and he's out of bounds for another gain of 8 yards. Troy Mills and Sean Edmiston on the coverage. Believes it was Mills who was knocked him out of bounds. 2nd down and 3 coming up. They give him 7 on the play as Keys completes the pass with ease. Smith out of the backfield. That's his 2nd catch tonight. And El Medina once again is pushing this ball down the field. They have won the time of possession battle here tonight, and they're looking to continue that here in the second half. Canyon's got the explosive aerial attack. El Medina likes to churn yards and keep the ball. Shotgun formation for Keys, 4 receivers this time, 2 on either side. Running back to his right-hand side. It's a pass, and he's blindsided. The ball comes out, and Canyon recovers at the 27-yard line. That was Mills on the sack, And it appears
Fumble on the play, number 56.
that Dostada was the one who recovered it at the 27-yard line. Big turnover for the Comanches, and they'll take over at their own 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Boy, Mills looked like he came in unblocked from the blind side, the left-hand side of the offensive line, and got to Keys. Ball came out, and Dostada covers it up. The Comanches take over. So Lunsberg back out there, shotgun formation, second drive of the half here for the Comanches. This is a shovel pass forward to Edmiston, who was in motion, but he's got nowhere to run. This one is fumbled, and there's a scrum for it, and it looked like the Comanches might have been able to get to it, but we'll see what the referees say. And El Medina comes up with it. So on back-to-back plays, the ball hits the turf. El Medina gets the ball back, and they actually get some yardage out of it to boot, as now they will take the ball up to the Canyon 21-yard line, make it the 20. That was Edmiston who coughed it up. It looked like there was a lineman for the Comanches who was closest to it but couldn't get it off the turf. El Medina dives on top of it first. And now they're in prime position here as their offense heads back out there. Keys can now breathe a sigh of relief as his defense gets him the ball back in one play. And now out of the pistol formation with 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Mason Hitchens, the tight end, is on the left side of the line. And Owen Smith is the deep setback. Keys will keep it himself. Gets past Mitchell, has room up the middle, bowls through a defender 2 yards away from the end zone. And a huge play on first down, 18-yard run by the quarterback, who had a huge hole on the right-hand side thanks to Michael Anaya and Elijah Jaquette on the right side of the line.
First and goal from the 2-yard line.
That was Mitchell, Joseph Mitchell, on the left side of the defensive line, who had cut Keys off from going to the outside, but Keys turns it back up the middle, and Mitchell was caught in no man's land. And now the Vanguards on the doorstep here of increasing this lead. Pistol formation with 3 receivers to the right. Smith, the deep setback. That's Calderon. Keys will keep it himself once again and not quite get there. He's a yard shy. Troy Mills once again in on the stop. He had some help. This places the ball at the 1-yard line, and El Medina will try it again, 2nd and goal. Keys has 1 rushing touchdown so far tonight, and he's had a hand in all 3 of El Medina's scores this evening. Canyon trying to come up with a goal line stand here. They've been pushed to the brink as El Medina inches ever closer. Shotgun formation. It's Alvarado to the left-hand side of Jack Keys. 3 receivers to the left this time. Alvarado gets the carry to the right, tries to speed past a defender, does not get there. Mills able to get there and stop him with help from Edmiston to keep him out of the end zone, and a flag comes in at the end of that play.
There's a flag on the play.
It'll be 3rd down and goal, perhaps, depending on what this flag is. Again, it was Mills who got there and tried to drag him down from behind, while Edmiston came in and provided the pop to keep him out of the end zone. Alvarado's attempt comes up just a bit short on 2nd down. They wave the flag off, no penalty on the play. It'll be 3rd down and goal with the ball remaining at the 1-yard line. Alvarado, his first rushing attempt on the night, goes for no gain. And Canyon survives another play defensively. They try to keep this a 3-score game. Again, El Medina has won the last 2 matchups between these 2 schools.
3rd goal, 1.
Now they've got a bunch formation in the backfield. Smith is the deep setback, 1 wide receiver to the right, Chaffin in motion. Smith the give, and this one up the middle into the end zone for a touchdown. El Medina, and flags come in at the end of that play. Troy Mills, the one who tried to keep him from getting there and dragged him down.
There's a flag after the play.
This flag might go for some sort of a celebration because of the spike from Owen Smith. Touchdown is good, but they call unsportsmanlike conduct, and that likely will be assessed on the ensuing kickoff. But Owen Smith is rewarded for his hard work so far tonight. He gets the goal line carry into the end zone, and Blake Armstrong is on to try to make this a 28-0 lead here for El Modena. That was a 4-play drive that started at the Comanches' 20-yard line after a fumble lost by Sean Edmiston. Here's the kick. It's up and it's good. Another flag comes in from the near sideline judge, and that will be an offside against Canyon. It will be declined, and they will redo the kick. It happened once to Blake Armstrong in the first half. It didn't seem to bother him any as he drilled the ensuing point after attempt. Let's see if he can do the same here. And back-to-back fumbles. El Modena lost a fumble as Jack Keys was sacked by Troy Mills, but the Comanches gave it right back. Edmiston fumbling it back to El Modena, and they make true on a 20-yard drive. Here's the kick once again. It's up and it's good. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the third, and El Modena increases the lead to 28-0 over Canyon. This is high school football presented by the Orange Unified School District on a crisp, cool evening here in Orange, California. We're live here at Fred Kelly Stadium as the Vanguards try to make the homecoming crowd happy. They have done so far as they're up by 4 touchdowns here about midway through the third quarter. Again, if you're enjoying the coverage, we have 2 more homecoming games coming up in the next 2 weeks. Canyon next week will have a homecoming contest here on a Friday night at 7 p.m. here at Fred Kelly Stadium. I believe it's Villa Park who will have one in 2 weeks. But either way, those 2 homecoming games will be live on the YouTube channel over the next 2 weeks. Friday night games, 7 p.m. starts. You can catch them here on the Orange Unified School District YouTube page. Thrilling contest last night. Orange High School's homecoming game. The Panthers fell against a staunch defense by Foothill. The Knights taking that game 21-7 as Foothill improved to 5-0 on the year. Orange fell to 2-3 as they head into Orange Coast League play against Costa Mesa coming up. Here tonight, however, it's all El Modena, 28-0 over Canyon as they look to kick this one away from their own 25-yard line. A line drive kick by Armstrong. It bounces off Kyle Kraus at the 35-yard line. He picks it up, finds some room up the middle, tries to cut it back to the left, and falls just beyond the 40-yard line to the 42, and that's where Canyon will take over, 1st and 10. Decent field position for the Canyon Comanches here on this drive, as once again they'll be trying to put points up on the board. Lunsberg didn't have a chance to throw the ball in their first drive here in the second half. See what they come up with here. Again, they're without their head coach Josh Waybright. Eric Yost is acting as the head coach here tonight. He is their offensive coordinator. Waybright, in his first season as Canyon head coach, had 13 seasons as a head coach at South Torrance High School, and had been an assistant at a couple of programs in the South Bay ever since before heading over here to Canyon. This pass by Lunsberg just out of the reach of Fox Haugen on the right sideline. That falls in complete, 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line coming up. Again, Canyon averages more than 40 pass attempts per game. That was Lunsberg's 24th on the night. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation, 2 receivers on either side. This is a handoff to Kraus. He's got nowhere to go as he is brought down by Alejandro Calderon and Zach Brem, who were right there to meet him, one on either side. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 13 from the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the ground for Kraus tonight. Tony Cabral had led the team in rushing, but we haven't seen much of him in the backfield. He's there now, or pardon me, that's still Kraus. This one a throw over to the left-hand side. That's Von Sprecken with the catch, but he doesn't get much there. A 4-yard gain back up just beyond the original line of scrimmage to the 44-yard line. but that'll bring up a 4th down. Mason Hitchens on the tackle for the Vanguards, and it looks like Canyon will punt this one away. A 3 and out for the Comanches, and El Medina will take over in just a moment as Darren Welker is on to punt. Back deep to receive at his own 30-yard line is Alejandro Calderon. Here comes the kick, high, end over end, but a bit short as it bounces just inside the 30-yard line. Takes a very favorable Canyon bounce, and it'll be downed right outside the 5-yard line by Cabral, as it'll be 1st and 10. Vanguards deep inside their own territory, but they are enjoying a 28-0 lead here over Canyon. This is a non-league game between Century Conference foes. Again, El Medina in the Crestview League, Canyon out of the North Hills League. These two teams will not start their league contests until week 8 in the regular season. Canyon, of course, in a league with El Dorado, Esperanza, and Brea Olinda. El Medina later this season will deal with Villa Park, Foothill, and Yorba Linda. 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Jack Keys and company back out, pushed up against their own end zone. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Mason Hitchens, the tight end, on the left side of the line. Single back formation. They hand the ball, it'll be a keeper by Keys. Faked the give to Calderon and went his way up the right-hand side, but didn't really get anywhere. No gain, as the ball will remain at the 6-yard line. And they'll try it again, 2nd down and 10. Keys is known for running the football as well. Ranked 2nd on the team, just over 200 yards on the season heading into the contest tonight. This time he'll pass from his own end zone. This one out of the reach of his top target, Sam Astor, and lands in front of Canyon safety Fox Haugen. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. So a misfire there from Jack Keys. Good work up front by the offensive line, giving him time to work with as he was standing at the edge of the goal line there inside his own end zone before making that throw. Try it again here as Canyon, if they can get a stop, could get some good field position for their next drive. Keys will give it to Calderon up the right-hand side. He has met Mitchell, appeared to be the first one there. And he gets maybe a yard, and El Medina will likely punt this one away. Blake Armstrong going back into his own end zone, getting ready for it, as it'll be 4th down and 9. A 1-yard gain there by Calderon. And Canyon could get this ball to start in El Medina territory. Cabral setting up at the El Medina 36-yard line for this one. Armstrong deep in his own end zone. El Medina's only punted the ball, I believe, twice tonight. 4 touchdowns, 1 punt, and an interception, as this one nearly blocked by Canyon. Good punt. This one will take an El Medina bounce into Canyon territory beyond the 40-yard line. And El Medina will pounce on it at the 34. Great punt there by Armstrong from his own end zone to Canyon's 34-yard line. And that's where the Comanches will start their 3rd drive here in the second half. 3:13 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. El Medina comfortably ahead 28-0 as the Comanches will try once again. Again, beautiful night here at Fred Kelly Stadium. We'd like to extend a congratulations to Ella Keefe. She was selected the homecoming queen here at El Medina. And a congratulations as well to Matt Mitchell, the head coach for El Medina. He was named the Chargers Coach of the Week a couple of weeks ago. And Kenneth Murray, Chargers linebacker, was here for the coin flip here tonight. A cool moment for the captains for El Medina, who were able to stand there with him for that, as this first pass attempt was just out of the reach of Edmiston from Christian Lunsberg. On 1st down, it'll be 2nd and 10. Lunsberg was hit as he threw, and that throw sailed just a bit high. So a good night for the Vanguards. Lots of memorable happenings here tonight at Fred Kelly Stadium. Shotgun formation, 2nd and 10. They fake the give to Kraus, throw it quickly to Haugen in the flat, and he gets a few yards there as he's met immediately by Xander Chaffin. And another Vanguard there trying to bring him down, but he's able to drag him for a couple of yards, and now a late flag comes in. That's a 5-yard gain, but we'll see what the flag entails. I believe they just pointed to a personal foul call against Canyon. Canyon's going to be backed up here as Haugen's catch is going to go for naught. His 3rd catch tonight for 32 yards. The play will count as the flag came in after the play, but a personal foul called against the Comanches. That'll back them up deep in their own territory, and that turns a 3rd and 5 into a 3rd and long. Ball's placed at the 24-yard line. Canyon needs to get to the 44. Now it's a 3rd and 20. Lunsberg waiting on the call from his coach, Eric Yost. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. It's Darren Welker all alone on the right-hand side at the bottom of your screen. Shotgun formation, snap, held by Lunsberg a little outside. This one completed to Cabral, who bowls his way forward through a couple of defenders and back to the original line of scrimmage. Hitchens helping on the tackle, as was Elijah Wu, the linebacker, but Canyon will have to punt this one away, a 9-yard gain when they needed 20. And El Modena will get the ball back as Welker gets set to punt this one away. Calderon back deep to receive. Pardon me, it's Alvarado deep to receive. Jackson Alvarado as this punt from Welker. More of a spiral kick and caught by Alvarado. Dangerous as he stutter steps past 2 defenders and pushes his way forward to about the 45-yard line. To a very excited student section here at Fred Kelly Stadium. In fact, this student section was recently lauded by Manny Alvarez as the student section of the week within the last couple of weeks. Vanguards will have good field position here at the 45-yard line. Jack Keys and company will head back out. Vanguards have scored once here in this 3rd quarter. It was a 1-yard Owen Smith touchdown run. This time it'll be Alvarado starting as the running back. He'll be behind the quarterback Jack Keys in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right here for the Vanguards. As Keys will hand it off to Alvarado. Gets through the first wave of tacklers, but is brought down just beyond the line of scrimmage. Looked like Oliva on the stop there. And that'll be a gain of 1 to bring up a 2nd down and 9. Luke Oliva's had a pretty good night tonight. He's got an interception to his credit. 2nd down and 9 coming up as Troy Parker will be the wide receiver split wide to the right. Armstrong and Astor appear to be the 2 receivers split wide to the left. Shotgun formation here for Keys. Clean snap, looks back, looks to his left. Now up the middle. He's got Astor wide open just inside the 40-yard line. He crosses the 35 and down to the 32. And that'll be a 1st down for El Modena from their own 46 down to the 32-yard line. 22-yard gain through the air from Keys to Astor, his 5th catch on the night. He's got 64 yards through the air. And this offense continues to move the ball down the field. 163 yards unofficially through the air for Jack Keys tonight as he's in the pistol formation. 3 receivers to the left. Chaffin's out there as a receiver now. This handoff goes to Alvarado, who tries left-hand side, cuts it back up the middle, now tries to go right, but he's met from behind at the 25-yard line down to the 24. That was Darren Bernard making the stop there, but a good first down run for the small running back. Lots of speed and some good shifty elusiveness there for Alvarado, and that will take us into the fourth quarter.
That concludes the third quarter play.
One touchdown for El Medina, the only score in that third quarter, as the Vanguards lead Comanches 28-0, heading into the final 12 minutes. As they announce the homecoming attendance here, 30,785. The announced attendance here at homecoming tonight. And they are here watching the Vanguards put on a show, 28-0 over the Comanches. And the Vanguards again driving downfield. That third quarter ends with the 8-yard run by Alvarado. And Owen Smith scores the only touchdown, a 1-yard run up the middle, as El Medina is 12 minutes away from improving to 4-1. You talk about this Crestview League, by the way. We mentioned this last night because Foothill was playing, but this Crestview League, these four teams through the first 5 weeks of the season, only one loss among them. Of course, that's dependent upon how Villa Park does tomorrow. They are scheduled to play here tomorrow against Vista Murrieta. But so far, through the first 5 weeks to this point, 17-1 combined record for the Crestview League teams this season. And the Vanguards looking to make it 18-1 as they try to improve to 4-1 with a win over Canyon tonight. Canyon, 12 minutes to work with, but a lot of ground to make up here as Keys gets the snap to open up the fourth quarter, fakes the give to Alvarado, up the middle, threads the needle there down to the 3-yard line, and that's Blake Armstrong making the catch. Looked like Edmiston on the tackle there, as that's down to the 3-yard line. Another big play there from Keys and a beautiful throw. Got it in there between a couple of defenders, and once again, El Medina's on the doorstep. It's about a 20-yard gain through the air. First and goal from the 3-yard line. Pistol formation, another throw to the right-hand side. Touchdown, Troy Parker. And the Vanguards continue to increase the lead here early in the fourth quarter. Keys' third touchdown throw of the night, a 3-yard strike to Troy Parker. And Blake Armstrong will be on for the extra point to try to make it 35-0 Vanguards. Another efficient drive for El Medina, and they are firmly in control of this one early in the fourth. Clean snap, good hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 35-0 El Medina, trying to put this one out of reach early against Canyon. The Comanches once again will try to respond as they get the ensuing kickoff in just a moment. But El Medina enjoying a dominant night here on a homecoming night at Fred Kelly Stadium. This is high school football presented by the Orange Unified School District. How about Jack Keys tonight? Unofficially 186 yards through the air on 23 attempts, 3 touchdowns, make it 24 attempts, pardon me. 24 attempts, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So I get a little tongue-tied up here, my mistake. On the ground, he's got a touchdown as well on 46 yards on 11 carries. Keys has had a hand in 4 of the Vanguard's 5 touchdowns here tonight, and he's thrown those 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers. Astor, Armstrong, and Parker now on the receiving end of those touchdown strikes. Armstrong's got the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. It's Knupp in the backfield, or Knupp deep to try to return this kick. This one rolls to the 21-yard line where it's picked up by Edmiston. He's got some room up the middle, tries to sprint through the defense and gets up to about midfield. A great return of about 29 yards there from Sean Edmiston, and that'll put Canyon in good field position here as they get their first possession here of the fourth quarter. 11 minutes, 20 seconds and counting remaining in this one here tonight. 35-0, El Modena with the lead. Canyon here in this second half. A couple of possessions. One ended on one play with a fumble, and another, actually two others, ended in punts so far here in the second half. This will be their fourth second half drive. Shotgun formation for Lundsberg here. Two receivers on either side. Looks like Cabral in the backfield with him this time. He quick throw to the right-hand side, and that's picked up behind the line of scrimmage, running his way forward into El Modena territory is Fox Haugen. 4-yard gain as they spot the ball at the 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6. On the stop there for El Modena's David Vasquez. He's got one of the 3 interceptions tonight. 2nd down and 6. Another quick pass. Again, Haugen, this time on the left-hand side, gets a couple more yards as they chip away at this first down. Haugen gets up to the 43-yard line, a 3-yard gain this time around. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Haugen, a couple of receptions here as they try to get him going. He's got 5 for 39 yards so far tonight. Another pass to the flat. This time it's Edmiston. Slips through the first tackle. He's got 1st down yardage. Still on his feet past the 35 and just beyond the 35-yard line. And that'll be 1st down for the Comanches and a gain of about 7. Shotgun formation here for Lundsberg. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lundsberg back to pass, looking to throw deep. Now charges his way up the middle. Scrambles for 2 yards there as he's met by the linebacking core. One of the guys on the tackle there was Christian Guzman for El Modena. Looks like they brought in some reserves here early in the 4th quarter as it brings up a 2nd down and 8. Lundsberg tonight, 6 carries, 17 yards. Edmiston, that catch earlier was his first. This time he's got a second one here as he's just inside the 30-yard line. And a flag comes in late on the tackle for the Vanguards. Looked to be Trent Vallejos. And it'll be 3rd down as they mark this one at the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 3. Make it 4 if the play holds up. See what the call is here from the referee. As it stands, it's a 4-yard gain. This will be a sideline warning, I believe, against Canyon. Or no, take that back. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Comanches, and this will back them up. That's a couple of times now where the Canyon Comanches have started to make some momentum, and they've had it taken away by a penalty. This one a costly one as it brings up a 3rd down and long. All the way back at the El Modena 44. They need to get to the Vanguard's 25-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 19. Offensive starters out there for the Comanches. It's Von Sprecken, the wide receiver, out to the left. 3 wide receivers, including Fox Haugen, to the right. They've got Darren Welker and Corin Riders in at wide receiver. Riders was the starting quarterback for the Comanches over the first 2 games of the year. Lundsberg back to pass, up the middle, and this one's dropped. That was Von Sprecken, his target. Could not come down with it. It shows 4th down at the 44-yard line. There is a flag. It's resting at the El Modena 47-yard line. Awaiting the call here from the head referee. 7.5 minutes remaining. This could be a running clock, and now another flag comes in. That one's probably going to come against the Comanches. And that one, I believe, was tossed by the head referee. So frustration starting to mount for the Comanches here in the 4th quarter. As the head referee picks up the flag. And this one will be backed up deep into Canyon territory at their own 31-yard line. So now it'll be 3rd down and super long here for Canyon. Looks like it is a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Clock continues to tick. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Again, El Modena up by 5 touchdowns, 35-0. Lunsberg in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers on either side. Snap is to his right, but he handles. Looking downfield, and he's met at the 23-yard line and driven down inside the 20. And that's Christian Guzman on the sack there, and more whistles at the end of that play as the Comanches continue to go backwards here. They spot this one at the 22-yard line. That'll be a loss of 9. And another flag comes in. This will be an unsportsmanlike penalty going the other way against El Modena. Clock continues to tick. That's a 9-yard loss on the sack by Christian Guzman. But the ball going the other way now after El Modena gets caught committing some bad extracurricular activities. Lunsberg getting the call here from Eric Yost, the acting head coach, who's still chatting with the sideline judge on the far sideline. Clock continues to tick, however, as we get back into play here. Lunsberg with 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right and 1 to the left. Cabral, the running back, to his right-hand side. Snap good, looking downfield. Now flushed out to the right-hand side. Throws on the run. His running back is open. That's Cabral. Shifts past 1 tackler. Now trying to make his way to the near side, and he's tripped up just beyond midfield. Arturo Barcinas with the tackle. A good gain there through the air from Lunsberg as that play started from the 37-yard line and got up to the Vanguard's 48. A 15-yard gain, but not enough, as El Modena will take over near midfield, 1st and 10. Cabral, his second reception. 24 yards through the air tonight, but not quite enough, as El Modena will take over and likely will just try to run out the clock here, up 35-0. They look to improve to 4-1 on the season, and they've got a date next with El Dorado on the road. For the Comanches, next week they will be here at Fred Kelly Stadium against Foothill. So another tough test against another tough defense for the Comanches next week. Pistol formation for backup quarterback to start this drive. He hands it off to the right-hand side and gaining about a yard on the carry is Clint Dodson, who is inserted into the game. Reserves in for the Vanguards. Oliva with the tackle there for Canyon. Ruben Alcala, the quarterback now for the Vanguards. 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter and a 1-yard gain. Once again on the carry there was Clint Dodson. Dodson again, the deep setback. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left here for Alcala in the pistol formation once again. Clean snap, hands it off to Dodson. Tries up the middle, met immediately behind the line of scrimmage by the defensive line. And he's pushed back to the 46-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and long. They'll spot the ball, at the 45. Take that back up to the 46. That's a loss of 3. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 12. Dodson a couple of carries here, but really the focus for the Vanguards now is just to keep that clock ticking. Winds down to just over 2 minutes now before this play, 3rd and 12. Shotgun formation now for Alcala. 3 receivers to the left-hand side, Dodson to his right. Another clean snap there, Dodson with the carry. Alcala's going to keep it up to the 50, just beyond midfield, and he's brought down by Von Sprecken at about the 46-yard line. Not enough for a 1st down, but he does get about 8 on the play. That'll bring up a 4th down and 4. See what El Modena decides to do here. A minute and a half remaining. The Vanguards, well, either way, the clock will continue to run. El Modena will take its time in getting back up to the line of scrimmage. Again, 21-0 at halftime. The Vanguards scored 2 touchdowns here in the second half, a 1-yard score by Owen Smith, and a 3-yard touchdown pass from Jack Keys to Troy Parker. This one a run by Alcala up the middle, and he will be stopped short of the first down marker. A 2-yard gain, but not quite enough. And Canyon will take over on downs, but with 50 seconds remaining and counting, we'll see what Canyon can do here if they try anything. The Comanches will have to try to turn this thing around next week against another tough defense in Foothill. Here at home, once again, El Modena on the road next week against El Dorado. But a fairly flawless night for the Vanguards here on homecoming against Canyon, 35-0. 1 interception and a lost fumble, but neither came back to hurt them, as they will win this one comfortably. Lundsberg still getting the offense in position. 8 seconds remaining. This will be the last play of the game as they count it down up the middle. This one falls incomplete. And El Modena comes away with a 35-0 victory over the Comanches here tonight. And it's a magical return home for the alumni in attendance as El Modena improves to 4-1 on the season. Canyon falls to 1-4. Both will continue their seasons next week. And once again, El Modena, 3 turnovers tonight, a couple of turnovers on downs forced by the defense as well. And they pitched the shutout against Canyon, improving to 4-1 on the season. Couldn't have gone much better. Jack Keys down on the field being interviewed by OC Sports Zone. I'm sure he'll get some attention from OC Varsity as well. A good night for Keys. He had 24 pass attempts this evening. He ended up throwing for 186 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He also ran for a 5-yard score in the first half. And Owen Smith, the running back, who ends up with 13 carries for 68 yards, also ran for a score in the second half. Once again, if you missed any of the action in the first quarter, El Modena got on the board early, turning an interception at the Canyon 40-yard line into a touchdown as Jack Keys hit Sam Astor for 2-yard score to go up 7-0. Later in the quarter, Keys would add his 5-yard touchdown run to put El Modena up 14-0. In the second quarter, Jack Keys would again come up throwing. He would hit Blake Armstrong for a 16-yard score late in the second quarter to put the Vanguards up at halftime 21-0. And as we mentioned earlier, in the third quarter, it was Owen Smith making it 28-0 on a 1-yard touchdown. And the final touchdown of the night in the fourth quarter, Keys hitting Troy Parker for a 3-yard touchdown again for the Vanguards. 3 interceptions of Christian Lundsberg here tonight. It was David Vasquez collecting the first, leading to the first touchdown. Alex Luna on the ensuing Canyon possession picked off Lundsberg, leading to a second score. And just before the end of the first half, it was Sam Astor picking off Lundsberg in the end zone, preserving the shutout through the first half, which would hold up here in the second. Disappointing for the Comanches, but again, they will try to turn this around next week at home against Foothill, as Lundsberg and co. still have one of the premier aerial attacks in Orange County. Just ran into a rough matchup here against the El Modena Vanguards tonight. The Vanguards go into their post-game ritual to heavy cheers from the audience here. And we will leave it at that for tonight. From Fred Kelly Stadium, a perfect night for El Modena. They come up with a 35-0 victory over the Canyon Comanches. Once again, the Vanguards will take on El Dorado on the road next week. Canyon keeps it right here at Fred Kelly Stadium to take on Foothill. Thank you for tuning in and joining us. This has been high school football presented by the Orange Unified School District. One more time, the final score tonight, El Modena on homecoming night shuts out the Canyon Comanches 35-0. My name is Nathan Percy, and for all of us here with the Orange Unified School District, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your evening. So long, everybody. Good night.